Hey everybody, how's it going? I just got home from the Whitman Coin Show down at the Baltimore Convention Center, and I just wanted to, talk to you and show you a few things that I got. The only problem with that I've ever had with the Whitman Coin Show is that for some reason they always started on a Thursday, and to me that doesn't really make sense because um, while most of the dealers there are professional coin dealers and that's their whole life, so they can kind of you know, go anywhere whenever they need to. Thursday and Friday, most kids and adults are either in school or at work. So I'm not able to go until today, which is Saturday. And by Saturday, a lot of the coins that are there have been sold. So I don't really get, you know, as good of a selection as I would have if I had gone on Thursday or Friday. And a lot of the dealers that come from out of the country go home by Saturday. So I only get a lot of the local dealers. But that's okay. There were still, I'd say, at least 150 dealers there, which is just awesome. I mean, whenever I go to a Whitman show, I always take the first, like 15, 20 minutes just to walk around and get a feel for, where all the foreign coin guys are, where all the U.S. guys are, where's all the more expensive stuff, just so I'm not like wandering around, like a wide-eyed deer wondering where everything is. Um, so the first two things I got are kind of non-coin related. One is completely not coin related at all, and one is not really a coin, but it's kind of in the same realm as coins. So I have my loop here. I'm just gonna bring you down and show you what this first not coin thing is. And this is something I've wanted for a long time. It's not anything, that amazing or anything that I couldn't have easily ordered offline, but I just, never really took the time to look at prices or anything. But there's always like antique sellers at the Whitman show. And I saw this seller, and it is actually a sample of bismuth. Now, bismuth is an element, it's a type of metal, and it has this really cool rainbow color, and the way it crystallizes, it has like a square, I'm not trying to sound gross, but the way crystals grow is called cleavage, and the bismuth just has like this square, kind of like techno looking, um, crystal pattern to it, and the camera isn't going to do it justice at all, but the colors in this are just amazing. And this woman had a tray of them, and she was selling little pieces of like this for $1. And I saw them at the beginning of the show, and I didn't pick one up, but then at the end, I still had a good amount of money left, so I just went and picked like the biggest one out. So that's bismuth, and bismuth is my favorite. I'm not like a chemist or anything, but I have an iPad and I have this like Elements app that has like really high def pictures of all the elements, and I saw bismuth and I just kind of fell in love with it for some reason, so I just picked up a little sample just to have for myself. Now the next thing that I bought is something that it's not really worth anything. I'll just tell you, I paid $11 for this, and it is a 1 pound bar of copper. Okay. Now copper as bullion, it's kind of, people kind of question it in their mind because it's not worth much. Like obviously, a whole pound was $11, and you can get 1 ounce rounds for like some like about $3. I saw one dealer had them for like $2.50 each if you bought like 10 or more. Um, so yeah, it's awesome. It's very heavy in real life. I wasn't expecting it to be that heavy when I picked it up. But I'll just give you some of the design. So .999 fine copper, USA, 1 pound, 2012, and then the design is a bald eagle carrying a U.S. flag. Now a lot of people buy the kind that have like the like Walking Liberty design or the like silver or gold eagle design, but I think copper should have like its own thing, so I just bought kind of a generic picture. I mean, you can hear how heavy it is when it drops. Um, but yeah, copper, I mean, I'm not like this is my only copper bullion. I don't like save up copper pennies or anything like a lot of YouTubers that I know of do, but you know, I had some extra money at the end and I saw these and I thought, you know, why not? Maybe, you know, 50 years ago, people who could get 1 pound silver bars for, you know, $10 never probably thought they'd be worth anything, and now, you know, they're probably rich. So I'm not saying I'm gonna go out and start buying this stuff all the time, but, you know, if I bought like 1 pound at every show, you know, $10 a show, you know, eventually I'll have a pretty nice collection of copper bullion going on. And finally, to my Lincoln Cents album. This is the main thing I went to look for. I took a list of all the stuff that I needed. And I didn't do as well as I had hoped for, but I did find one thing that was very nice, and I'm just gonna get into it. So my main goal was to fill up the 40s and 50s. I wasn't able to do it, but you know, I got a lot of progress done. So I'll just show you all the new coins. Here's a 1940 plain, a 1942 P and D. What else did I get? A 45S, a 46S. That was the main thing. I didn't have many of the S minted coins. I also got a 47S and a 48S, a 51D, and I think that's pretty much it for all the wheats. Another cool thing that I was able to find, one of the dealers, he had out just like little cardboard folders of memorial cents, and it was all the memorial cents, you know, every date and mint mark. And underneath it, it had a little note that said $25 shipped and insured. So I was kind of curious just what he meant by that. Like, can you buy it there? Does he have to ship it to you? And he actually had little rolls next to it, and it was like plastic coin tubes, and each tube was a full set of 1959 to 2008 memorial cents, BU. And I didn't have any memorial cents. I only had wheat, so I decided to just pick up one of those sets of rolls. Now, it didn't have all like the small date, large date varieties like from 1960 and 1970 and 1982, but it did have, you know, all just regular stuff that, you know, would take a long time to find through coin roll hunting. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you that real quick.